Good day YouTube. So it's Comrade here, and today we're going to start with a new little Fairbanks Morse Model Z. So I recently got this little guy, and it's not in the greatest of condition, but what we're going to do is start to clean it up, and we'll have a look. There we can see it. It's a Fairbanks Morse 1.5 horsepower Z 500 to 750 RPM, and it's a style D. For the numbers, it is serial number B13591, and I'm gonna have a go, see if I can clean it up a little bit, maybe check the fluids. If there's water in it, we'll first drain that, put some clean lubricant in there, and then start with the basics, see if we can get spark, check what the compression is like, and with a spot of luck, maybe we get it to start. I think this might be part one of a few, but not clear how long this thing has been standing. I picked it up and brought it home, and I've got a couple of other ones in the pipeline. So if we start on the left here, there's a Wolseley WD8, there's a Crossley 1030, there's a Ruston 9PB, and on this side a French one, a Bernard Moutier WP112, a Petter A2, and a Lister 4D. So they will be coming in videos to follow, and so I'm going to put you on the stand, and then I'll start tinkering away with this guy. Okay, Comrade back here. So first mission is to maybe just start and see how much of the loose dirt we can get off this one, and it's going to be noisy. We've got a crank handle. Looks like it might be original, and some very interesting critters that may have made some nests in here. Most of the bit seems to be loose, and we even have compression. Plenty of compression. Okay, the moving bit seems to be moving okay. Nothing else strange in there. Okay. One crank handle. Okay. So for compression, it's promising. Don't want want to be the earth for this thing. Okay, didn't know if you could see that. It did make a bit of a spark. Not sure how strong or how good it is, but spark she has. Okay, so next I think the plug must come out, and we'll just check the fluids and the quality of the fluids. And we'll give it a bash and see if we can get a puff out of it. That's old style. Ooh, big toolbox. This guy doesn't work there now. Stuff. Oh, miles big. Out. Nothing like an adjustable wrench. If you don't find your adjustable wrench, then you go for water pump pliers. The go-to tool for all funny shaped things. Okay, you can get an idea of the spark plug. So it looks like it's been burning a bit on the black side. The electrode looks good. Now you just put it quickly over the wire brush. Okay, so we have a much cleaner plug, and the gap looks reasonably good. Won't fiddle with that. By the looks of it, it might have worked and ran like that. Doesn't sound like there's anything bad in here. Very oily. Okay, so my best guess is when it starts up, if we get it started up, it's going to make a very interesting puff of smoke. So, where did that improvised plug spanner go? The red plug spanner. Okay, she's good. Needs a bit of panel beating. So we'll use a center punch to just open it up a little bit. Take some whole grizzlies out of there. Maybe crimp it a little bit better. Okay, so there will be quite a few bits that might have to get replaced here to try and get it a bit more original looking. But as a starting point, we'll just see how far we get with the existing stuff before we dive in and start spending money on it. Okay, so we have a throttle there. Now, let's find out. Okay, so that is the priming. Like a drain hole. Okay, so we've got no idea how good or bad it's looking inside here. So normally it's all the way closed and then about a quarter turn open, which should set you on a starting position, and then from there you play with it till you get a decent amount of RPM and it sounds okay. The governor throttle setting sitting at the back, and we'll have a look at that later. Let's pop that guy there. So oil, it's got an oil setting. Oil doesn't look too bad. There's the full, so it is a little bit low, but at least if you look at the oil, it's fairly clean looking oil. So if there's water, it's obviously going to sit right at the bottom, so it's really easy to be fooled believing that it's going to be fine. But to dump the oil, best when it's hot, and if it's not hot, then give it back. So, because we don't know the condition of everything, the petrol that will go in, we just robbed some from the boat. It's got a little bit of two-stroke in it, which will obviously help to just lubricate things a bit in the beginning. It's going to smoke nicely, but at least it will give us an idea, or a bit of extra lubrication, because no idea when last this thing ran. According to the papers, it might be a 1939, somewhere there. South Africa got Eskom power, or government supplied power, from the 50s onwards. So mostly we expect these kind of engines to be in operation maybe latest still in the late 50s, but most of them were decommissioned at that stage, and now it's the happy hunting grounds of guys like me, loving these old things and then trying to go and dig them out and find them. We'll see if we can get some life out of them again. Okay. Okay. I don't want to fill it too much because I might end up dumping most of that fuel. And it is going to smoke, but that doesn't scare us. So quite an interesting way you start these guys. It doesn't have a choke. Your hand is the choke. And I think as a starting point to prime it, I'm just going to crank it over without anything. So where I've got my hand here is on the air intake. So spinning it over just forces the vacuum to pull the fuel through. And now this is where the fun starts. See if we can get some action out of her. Okay, so we quarter turn out of here, and if our spark is good, throttle is closest to the engine side. Okay. More juice. See if we got any fuel up to the spark plug, because if it's not sucking it through, we might get fit. See how good the spark is on the plug itself. It's got a decent spark. Okay, let's try again. All the way closed. We start again with a quarter turn open. Maybe a little bit more just for the fun of it. Get her back against compression. And let's see. Not even a puff. Plan B. Let's get some fuel directly in that cylinder. And we'll give it a bash again. Okay, let me just find a bottle to make up something to squirt a little fuel in the cylinder, and then I'll switch you on. Okay, let's give this another bash. First compression, and let's see, water turn on there. Ah, there was hope. There was hope. Brief puff there, so I think we might have a starter. Okay, let's just give it another bit of persuasion. So we're not getting fuel. So then we need to figure out. Okay, so it's going with the starting fluid. But since it's not keeping going, this is now going to mean taking some things apart, just following that fuel lines. Maybe check that main jet, there might be some grizzlies living in there. Okay, how good is your angle? Not too shabby. That's not too shabby. Not great. Ooh. Nice nests in here. Clean. Persuade this family to move out. Nice family home. Time to move on. Let's clean that guy out. We're getting fuel coming through. That's a plus. plenty of fuel coming through now. Now, I think it's time to start fiddling. Not clear if that one must be on the far side or on this side. So let's try the governor on this side, just for fun. And I also open the fuel needle significantly more than the recommended quarter. Let's go again. Okay, I believe I've got fuel coming that far. I'll just put this cover back on. Success. With the two-stroke oil and so on, and spraying the starting fluid shouldn't cause any damage. Of course, if we don't have much more joy than this, it might be weak spark, and then we'll go and clean up the magneto contacts and things. Okay, so it seems like it's fuel. I'm definitely not getting the required amount of fuel through. Okay, thumb forward. A lot of fuel for now. Back. Thumb forward. again. I think we're going to have a part 2 on this guy. So I'm going to be tired before it is tired. Turns and open, 2 turns and open. So the moment you force feed it fuel, and it seems to be a lot happy. Okay, so we are currently, let's give it a bit more juice. Go for 1 full turn. See what it looks like that. Okay, against the pressure. Thumb forward. Side again. Okay, guys, she started. So I'm going to leave this now for part 2, and we'll have a further attempt at getting it to run a bit more smooth. At the moment I don't have any water in there. I think I'll clean up some of the electrics. And Commandant signing off.